Hello everybody, welcome to Mad Red United. We're looking ahead to this weekend's action against Sheffield United, who are in the pits at the moment. There was one team worse than the other United, the big United, then it's Sheffield in it at the moment. But we'll get into that in a minute. This is a show with a difference. We're trying this for the first time properly. It's a call-in show. I have people waiting in the waiting room. This is how it is going to work, people. So each person is going to come on, have the chat, around about 5-7 minutes, talk over some subjects. You can ask me anything you want, any questions if you want to do that as well. Take the opportunity now to actually ask me any questions that you want to know. And then anything goes, people, anything goes. It's no holds barred. So let's have it. I will introduce you all one by one. I know you can all hear me waiting there in the waiting room, so people in the comment section, some of these guys are doing this for the first time, so let's go easy. Let's be respectful in the comment section as well, guys, okay? Because I know some of them are nervous. They're trying to fiddle with the cameras right now. I can see them all there. They all don't know I can see them, but I can. Anyway, guys, let's get this cracking. Let's get on with it. But obviously, quickly, almost forgot before we start, a word for the sponsors. The One Football app is sponsoring this video yet again, guys. Do click down in the description below. The link is there. Everything you need to know regarding football, your club, your country. Team news, breaking news, goal alerts, everything you need to know possible. News that is just coming out before the main broadcasters. They're there, they're on it. Sponsorship deals, news about Jesse Lingard, Pogba rumours, everything is rife right now, and we'll get into that maybe with some of the callers as well on the show. So do click down in the description below. This video is sponsored by the One Football app again. So here we go, guys. Let's get into it. There's plenty of people in the comment sections already. All the members are in there as well. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Anyone who is dropping in on Periscope as well. Let's get going, because we have a few people we need to get through. I'm just going to kickstart this with a familiar face, just to ease everyone in so they can see how it works. If you are in the waiting room there, just stay there, listen to the show, enjoy the points and the other conversations. I will get to you. Do not worry. Just have to be a little bit patient, that's all. But get your earphones ready, that's all I'll say, because it does help, definitely with echo, if you haven't done this before. So, let's get into it. First up, we have my man, you know the face, Weekly Armchair Podcasts. It's my man Keno. How are you doing, Keno? You okay, bud?
I'm good, Adam. How are you? And glad to join you again this evening.
Yeah, man, pleasure to have you on as always, mate. It's looking forward to tonight, getting a few different opinions, a few fresh faces. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm interested to see how everyone sees it. There's always plenty of people in our comment sections, mate. It's good to get a few of them on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, quickly, mate, let's get into it straight away. It's been a crazy week for United so far. Rumours are rife. I mean, I'll just get your opinion on this one first of all, mate. But, I mean, Jesse Lingard has come out. He said he wants more game time. He's give United the ultimatum, mate. He said, I want more game time or I'm off. Are you bothered?
No. I wouldn't say, like, look, I'm not gonna badmouth Lingard. I'm not gonna do it because he's one of our own. But like what I will say with regards to, like, for a player like Lingard and the wages he's on, cheers, Thomas, cheers. But a player of Lingard, the wages he's on, we can't afford Joe to keep him on the wage that he's on.
Exactly.
A week. I think he's better than Dan James. I think he's more to offer than Dan James, but he's 28 years of age. You can't be keeping a player like that at the club. If he has aspirations to play for England again and stuff like that, I think it's probably best for him to move on. I think Arsenal are looking for a few players at the moment. He has a good record.
They'd love him.
And, so I think that would be an ideal destination for Lingard.
Yeah, well, definitely, mate. I mean, no coincidence that it's all kicking up a stink since he joined our friend Mr. Raiola, mate.
Yeah, geez, he's like, look, there's a parasite, isn't he? Like, any player that's with him seems to either be looking for the coin or looking to go elsewhere. Like, look at the situation, with Ibrahimovic at the moment, like the whole FIFA Pro thing, like that's absolutely crazy as well. Any player that's associated with Mino Raiola, like, that's poison. Right. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no other way to say it. Like, but look, to be fair, Lingard given us a good few memories, and he's scored quite a good few goals too for us, important goals in games. So for me, I'd love them to see him go to Arsenal just because all their fans they just hate him, like they hate him, and like
Yeah.
the Emirates Stadium is just a dance floor. For me, that's where he has to go.
Yeah, that's it. Ironic, innit? That's the one, mate. And yeah, Alien, he does have more beans than James. Definitely. We're leaving that one alone there, man. But Keane, before you do shoot off, mate, I want to get your thoughts quickly on how you see this Thursday night's game going. I mean, 1 point, worst start to a season by anyone for Sheffield United, mate. Surely, mate, I'm not tempting fate here by saying that this should be an easy win for United this week. Surely, mate.
On paper, we should win this
He's
game.
covering himself. He's thrown the paper in there. He's covering himself.
On paper, right, we should win this game 3-4-0. But don't you just know, Man United rock into town, they become prime Barcelona, don't they? Like, do you know what I mean? The writing's on the wall, but look, at the end of the day, we have enough quality there.
Yeah.
You know, Bruno Fernandes should just have an absolute field day with Sheffield United. Martial should get back on the score sheet as well. This is the ideal game for Martial to go in here and pick up form. But yeah, look, I'm pretty confident. You know, we do have to press forward now and go ahead and let's get some momentum, because last weekend was such a missed opportunity, you know, to pick up points, considering all our rivals, you know, don't drop points.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
I think we'll go ahead and we'll get the 3 points, and I'll say we'll win 3-1. I think Sheffield United actually might get a goal off a set piece.
Yeah, I mean, Alien saying there, if Sheffield United turns us over, it's RIP Ollie. Ooh, God, to be the first team to be beaten by Sheffield United this season. I mean, Owen said it on the podcast on Sunday that we were the first team last season to lose to Watford at December, Christmas time. Oh no, I'm saying no more. That's it. I'm not saying any more. Don't want to tempt it. Really don't want to tempt it. How you doing, Dave, mate? Your hoodie is on its way to you, Dave, pal. All the way over to Northern Ireland, mate. It is en route, my friend. Anyone who does want to jump into the store, the best... let me see now. The best caller tonight, I'm going to say, who makes the best point, or who stands out most for me. I'm going to have a bit of a vote when this goes onto YouTube later, this video, guys. You can jump down into the store, let me know what you like, and that will be on its way to you as well. So we're going to do like a caller of the show sort of thing as well. So maybe the best question to me, that might win it. I don't know. Possibly. But Dave, yours is on its way, mate. Keane, I'm going to leave you there to your Tuesday night, mate. I will probably see you on Thursday at some point. I'll speak to you in our group regarding, hopefully, what is a comfortable win, mate. But cheers for coming on, Keane, pal. I will see you in the week, my friend.
Cheers, Adam. Enjoy the rest of the show, and best of luck to all the next new guests tonight.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Okay, guys, speaking of new guests, we have a first timer on the show. John, are you ready, my friend? You're up next. And let's do it, man. John, how you doing, pal? Loving the shirt, mate. How's it going, pal?
All good, and you?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. I've had a couple of days after the derby now. I've woken myself back up and I'm feeling okay, mate. How's everything there? Where do you calling from again, John? Sorry.
Wexford in Ireland.
Nice one, mate. I've seen you here. I've got you on my Instagram there, mate. How's training going, pal? I do pay attention, you see.
Yeah, all good.
Yes, this show is all about everyone, guys. It's not just me. It's about time we heard from other people, and you know, you've heard enough from me over the last few weeks anyway. So, time to get another opinion on it. John, first time on it, mate. Just quickly, your overview of the whole season so far, mate. Are you sort of half full, half empty? How are you looking at it?
Yeah, it's been hit and miss. Like as you said with Keane, it was an opportunity missed against City last weekend with everybody else dropping points. But then, as not as great as the season has been for us, we're still in touch and distance of the top 3 or 4 teams. So it has not been as bad as it looks, in my opinion. But
yeah, it's like Keane said then, mate. On paper, you can't really argue with it, can you? We're probably at about par. If it was like a golf tournament, we're probably at about level par right now, I'd say, because win the game in hand, and we're right there, aren't we, into the top 4. no one picked up points on us apart from teams we're not really going to worry about, hopefully, in terms of West Ham and Southampton this weekend. So Chelsea losing, that was a bonus. Obviously, Liverpool and Spurs dropping points. City, well, they were with us in that same category. We're not even talking about Arsenal anymore. We're just laughing at them. So
it's the same this weekend. The Spurs and Liverpool
big
playing.
Game, mate. Yes, take advantage, yeah.
Wolves and Chelsea are playing at the minute, and then Everton and Leicester are playing each other this weekend as well. So
that's it, mate. I forgot about Leicester, actually. They did have a decent win, didn't they? But
Southampton will probably pick up 3 points because they're playing Arsenal. So
no excuse for us then, John, mate, against Sheffield United, you'd say? Confident?
I am confident, but in kind of the opposite what Keane was saying, I think this is the key opportunity to rest people like Bruno and maybe even Rashford, and then get Martial and Cavani back into the team.
True. Yeah, Donny van der Beek could do us a job there, surely. In place of Bruno. We're not missing too much, are we?
No, and then we really want to see what Pogba's frame of mind is. Is he actually going to perform while he's here, or what?
That's it, mate. And that's a big that's a talking subject right there on its own, mate. I mean, where are you at with Pogba at the moment? Are you one of these just has to go now by any way means, even if he's playing well? It's just enough has been said.
It's one of them things where if he wants to go, kind of let him go. We had a similar situation with Ronaldo, I suppose, when he kind of said he wanted to go. You can't stop him from going.
Yeah.
Then it comes into how much are we going to get for him, whether it'll be in January or the summer. It's hard to know what sort of a deal is available with Pogba.
That's it, mate. I mean, I don't know who's going to buy him, mate. I really don't, unless there's some sort of swap deal somewhere in there. It's what it is. John, you've got to say hello to Adam for Chloe, but I'll just say hello to Chloe myself. Hello, Chloe. I can see you. Well, I mean, going into the weekend, I'm going to ask everyone this, mate. Score predictions, John. How are you feeling in terms of how this game's going to go? Do you feel confident it's going to be a big win, or are we just getting by and getting the points in the bag, mate?
I think it'll be a big win, 3-4-0.
Oh, I like it. That's what I like to see.
I don't see how we drop points in this game, or how we even concede, because Sheffield, with all due respect, they're so poor.
It is, mate. It's there. They can't score a goal, can they? Trust them to come up against us and bag one now, won't they? But I think it's. I'm sort of on the line with you, mate. I really am. I'm in agreement. I think this is going to be a decent win for us. So, yeah, I think going forward, I just feel like there's no way we can possibly lose this game. I've got to be, mate, hasn't it, really? We're probably the form team in the league on paper, and they're diabolical.
If we drop points this weekend, would you think it would have to be for Ollie to go?
Oh, that's your question for me. You've been sneaky right on the end there, John, putting me under pressure, eh? I do think it's going to be hard for him, but again, I feel like the other results are keeping him in a position at the moment, because I think the board will look at it and go, look, we're still in touching distance, and as long as we are, I think he will keep the job. I really do see him seeing it out till the end of the season. Unless he goes on some form of Arteta run, then that's the only way I see it not happening for Ollie. I think he will be into the end of the season, mate. Well, John, that's it, mate. Thanks for coming on, pal. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed having a little say.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, mate. Anytime. Throw me a DM whenever you want, mate. If anything going on.
Cool.
No worries, John. Thanks for coming on, mate. Cheers, pal. Bye-bye. Quick shout out to the people on Twitter who are actually worried about me, believe it or not. Apparently, since lockdown's been in, Adam have gone dead negative. What's going on? I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just the same as I was before. Except, if you did watch me for a while, then you'll know what standards I set for this season. So, when I'm criticising a game, don't think it's an agenda-driven point of view because I'm slagging someone in particular off for that game and how we performed. It's just what it is. I'm just looking at the game and talking about the game, and that is it. Okay, who have I got next on here? Right, I'm just going to bring in my guy, Bits and Bobs. Hope you're ready, my man. I know you're a busy guy, so I'll whiz you on quickly. Everyone else in the waiting room, just be patient. I am going to get you all on, do not worry. get yourself a drink or whatever. Get involved in the comments as well if you want. But right now, I've got my man, Bits and Bobs. How you doing, my man? You okay?
Yeah, so what? It's your boy, Bits and Bobs. Yes, Adam, thank you so much for having me on, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Pleasure to be on your show as well, bro.
Anytime, mate. Anytime. We will be doing more work in the future, mate. Don't worry. It's one of them things. We're all busy at the moment, aren't we? I've seen some of your videos going out earlier on. Do look up Bits and Bobs on his channel. It's there. Don't worry. That's the name right there on his screen. Look him up. He has got some cracking subjects going on and some top guests as well. You will recognise a few of them as well from my show. So, yeah, do check him out as well. He has got a good channel. But talking about it, mate, I mean, news this week, I mean, where do we start? I mean, I touched on it with Keane before, mate. Jesse Lingard, he's starting to open his mouth all of a sudden. I forgot about him, mate. It's like the forgotten man, isn't it?
What's he actually said? Because I've had a few rumours.
He basically come out and said that he wants more game time. If United can't promise him more game time, he may have to look elsewhere. And
okay,
I don't think many United fans are going to lose sleep, but
for me, Jesse. January transfer window coming up very soon. His agent's Mino Raiola. Come on. 2 and 2 equals 4, not 5, guys. Look, let him go. He's not going to play. Let's be honest. If we can get 20 million for him, take it.
Oh, mate, I'd snap your hand off, mate, at that. I would.
He listen, we can say he's an internationalist. Look, he's not played in the last few squads. But, you know, he has got experience. He's got Premier League experience. He scores in cup finals. I mean, 20 million, there you go. Have him. Shout out Dave MUFC. Yeah, I think you should just let him go. Because, listen, what were we talking about? You know, what were you talking about earlier in the summer? Get rid of the dead wood. Get rid of the dead wood. If you're not going to play, what's the point keeping them, right? And what does he earn? 100K plus a week? Get him off the books, man.
Mate, exactly. Mate, you could go through a long list of players on that similar wage at the moment, mate. And backing the manager doesn't always come in the in column, mate. In the out column can be just as effective. With these characters away and out of the squad, it does leave a bit of room as well, mate. So, I mean, Lingard, Jones, Romero, Rojo. Exactly. Hey, we've got a long list of... There's about 350 grand a week right there, mate. You save that up all the way to the summer. You've got some Wonga, mate, there. Go and buy someone else, but...
Whoa. Let's steady.
Where's it going to go? That's the thing, isn't it? Where's it going to go? Is it going to go on players?
What's it called? New Year dividends for that.
Shareholders.
For the shareholders. Oh, sell a player 20 million. Thank you very much. Do you know what I mean? Look, I think let him go. If he wants to go. Because at the end of the day, I think he's played twice this season. I can even remember.
He did that. He did break that. Cheers for the super chat, Dave. There, and someone else just mentioned that. Yeah, Riaz just said that as well.
He sacked him. Oh wow!
He got rid of him. I think in hope for the comment like this, to be honest, coming out, because if you have got Raiola as an agent, then you're not really going to be in United's good books. Let's be honest, mate, are you?
100%. It wouldn't have went down well, Adam. And if you think about it, Jesse was probably a likable guy, and then when that came out, they were probably thinking, well, you know, you're not on the level as Pogba, and he can't even get a game. So.
Hey, mate, let's not even bring Van der Beek into it. I mean, God,
exactly.
You'd have Mata ahead of Lingard, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
The funny thing is, the thing about Jesse, he's got a turn of pace, but that's it. You know, no disrespect to the lad. He's just got a turn of pace, and he's English. You know, that's it. You know, that's it. I can't say too much on him, to be honest.
No, mate, you can't. You really can't. I mean, Lingard definitely ain't making the team this weekend, mate. But Sheffield United, if weekend, Christ God, I'm thinking too far ahead. That's me applying for my Leeds ticket. That's got me all excited, mate. That's what that is. But no. Before that, mate, we're off to the other side of Yorkshire in Sheffield United. 1 point all season, mate. Worst start by any Premier League team. I've asked everyone else. I'm going to ask you, mate. Easy win?
Well, what did I message you? I think it could be a potential banana skin.
I know, mate.
We are the team that everyone seems to get their first win against. Or their start. In how many years?
I know.
Like Burnley haven't won at Old Trafford in 20 plus years, and they win. Sheffield United haven't won a game all season. Man United come to town, boom, they get 3 points. You know, some of these players, you know, we are not the champions of Liverpool. I mean, champions of England like Liverpool, right? However, we're still Man United, and people still don't like us, and people still want to beat us. And I'll be honest with you, mate, they're going to fight Sheffield United, and we've only got probably one player that's probably up for the fight, you know, because they're not going to play football. You know, they're going to battle, they're going to grind, and we've got a bunch of, I don't want to swear on your show, so we've got a bunch of soft people that I would want to with.
Very nicely put, mate. Chelsea are 1-1. Wolves have equalised, guys. Cheers for that minute. That's it. Teams dropping points, mate. Teams dropping points around us. This is ultimately why I think Ollie's going to be in till the end of the season, because it's so hit and miss this season. He's always going to be in and around even the top spot at the moment, because no one's grabbing it by the scruff of the neck. It's there for the taking, mate.
They laughed at me on Lisbon Talks United. They laughed at me and said, I said, we could win the league. They're like, you're talking, you're waffling. I'm like,
mate, I'll get back on there and educate him for you. Don't worry. I'll have him. I'll have Usman for you.
Trust me, because I was saying to them, look at the way the season's going out right now. Listen, imagine if we did beat City. Okay, imagine if we did beat Arsenal. We had a go at Arsenal. Imagine if we had the go at Chelsea. Okay, that's 9 points. Sorry, not even 9, because we got one from City. So that's 7 points. We'd be top of the league and clear by a few. That's how crazy the season is. So everyone's gonna drop points. We can just play. If we're gonna play crap, just keep winning. Play crap, keep winning. And look at Liverpool. People won't like me for this, right? Well, do you know why Liverpool won the league? Because everyone around them was rubbish.
Yes,
was not consistent.
Exactly, mate. Consistency is key. So, before you go, mate, Sheffield United, what's that scoreline going to be, pal?
So, my heart says we're going to beat them 4-0 comfortably. We might even spell Chris in goals, Chris Wilder, spell his name in goals, slap them about 5. But my head says we're probably going to beat them 2-1, and it's going to be a last-ditch 15 minutes where they're just going to put pressure on us. I think we're going to win 2-1. God forgive me, but yeah, we're going to win 2-1.
Oh, nice one, mate. That's what I like to see. A win will do us. A win will do us. Mate, we just got to be... 3 points is 3 points. It's just what it is, mate, innit, at the end of the day. Get through it. Get through this Christmas period, still in touch. Then, you know what? You could be looking at anything going into the back end of the season, couldn't you? So 100%. That's it. Cheers for coming on, my man. I will catch up with you soon as well, mate. Thank you very much, pal.
Guys. Take care,
no worries. Check him out. See you later, mate. Okay, who's next on my list? Let's get... I think I'm saying this name right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Noor? Is that right? Noor. Hang on, you went in and out then, and now you're back again. Are you there, my man? How are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. Thanks for having me on.
Good, mate. How's things, mate? How's lockdown treating you? Everyone okay? Family good?
Yeah, it's all good. I'm here in London, so typical.
Oh, mate, you just joined the Tier 3 club, mate, didn't you? Like us lot.
Yeah, but do you know what? To be honest, it's still the same. Like, at this point, half of us don't even know what's going on anymore.
Oh, no, I know what you're saying there, mate.
Things are open, so yeah, no, it's a mess over here. I'm sure it's the same in Manchester.
Oh, mate, it's crazy. We're just used to it now. It's just, we don't know what we're doing, where we're going, where we're supposed to go, who we're supposed to see. What's this Christmas period sort of easing of restrictions going to do for 4 days? Oh, mate, it's a mess. It is an absolute mess, mate. But What has been a mess, and you say a mess because it's been good, it's been bad. I mean, your overall look on the season so far, mate. I know it's your first time on, and are you sort of a half full or a half empty sort of guy in terms of how this season has gone so far, mate?
So, like, it's been pretty much, not to be like disrespectful towards Ollie or anything, but it's been like a flip-flop season. And like, I think for me personally, what officially done it was I was Ollie out, but I wasn't really aggressive Ollie out as some people are. They got, agenda based and they're saying it for whatever. But the game against Red Bull or Leipzig, sorry, that's when I felt deflated. Then we come up in the derby, and you'd think, after what some of the players came out and said, you got Marcus coming out, Rashford coming out saying, "Oh, this is the best game to actually bounce back and really go for it." Then you watch the derby, and it was just boring. Like there was no fight or whatever, and he just settled for a draw. And I think the only thing that's keeping him Ollie in the job right now is what you said. To be fair, where you've got other clubs falling apart as well. So now it looks like, based on the league table, we're doing well. But really and truly, if you watch the games, we're not doing well at all. So
it's a completely different look on reality to what's on paper at the moment. But you just touched on the derby there, mate. I just wanted to ask you. I mean, the comments that Ollie came out with after the game in the interview, saying that this was the best performance that he's had, best performance he's had from his team while playing City while he's been in charge. I mean, that for me, I wasn't having any of that. I mean, can you see where he's coming with that, or is it just a case of, look, listen, mate, this is a derby. We expect a lot more.
I think, like, with what you just said about Ollie's comments, then you've got Mike Phelan coming out on Twitter, for example. And even Mike Phelan, if you go to his Twitter, he came out with a tweet and he was making a joke saying, "Oh, it's a great point," and he was genuinely happy about it if you actually see the tweet. And it's sort of worrying because then you see the standards that both Ollie and then you've got the second man in charge have, and I don't get where he's coming from. I personally thought he was just saying that to potentially butter up the board or something, and the board will probably think, "Oh, he has belief in this performance, let's back him or do whatever." But I honestly think, with those comments, it's a bit worrying because if you're saying a draw, and if you're saying that performance in particular, is your best performance against City, then you've got to question, does he have the ambition to really, go for the league and, start to pick up the wins? But it's definitely a bit worrying. And like, it all comes back to the standards of the club, to be fair. From what I see from Ollie, I don't think he wants to win. And then it raises the questions as to, what is he here for?
That's it, mate. It is that. I mean, as United, the expectations are automatically high with every single fan, even though we've had a really ropey time since Sir Alex left. I think we got lucky with some of the trophies we won in terms of the run-ins with them. And ultimately, we expect a lot more from our club. And it doesn't change. And I'm happy that I see it as a positive that United fans are standing their ground saying we expect more. We're not accepting this. I think it's a positive because, you know what, we're not letting the standards drop. And that's the only way that realistically we will be back, kicking off, not being happy about this result and accepting mediocrity is the only way forward for me. Moving forward, mate, I mean, Sheffield United this weekend, like I've said to the other guys, 1 point all season. Worst start by any Premier League team in the Premier League history, mate. And United turn up there Thursday night. I don't want to even talk about it. I really don't, because I always tempt fate and it always slaps me on the arse, mate. It really does. So are you seeing this game as like, right, come on, Ollie's come out and said that's a great performance against Manchester City. That's only a great performance for me, I don't know how you see it, if we go out and we put Sheffield United to bed. That's the only way that City's performance looks good to me. Because if he doesn't do Sheffield United and we end up dropping points, then all these comments just look stupid to me from the City game. Because it's all right saying that, but is it a case of, for you, he has to win this game, maybe win it well, just to back up that comment after the City game?
Yeah, no, with the Sheffield game, he has to definitely win it. Like you said, I don't think they've won a game this season. And it's like the typical timing of, Oli, to be fair, where the pressure's on him. So it's like the inconsistent cycle that you've seen. We come to a period where everyone's screaming Oli out and whatnot. Then he pulls something out the bag, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go to Sheffield and we put 3-4, back of the net. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he even loses or draws. And even if we win, Adam, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, it still just doesn't justify his comments about what he said against City. Because regardless of whether City, of course, were poor, but at the same time, we can't use City being poor as an excuse to be, mediocre. And really and truly, as Giorgio just said there, he's literally protecting his job. And I feel like at the moment he's just playing safe. But yeah, like you said, Adam, if Oli did win against Sheffield, I still don't think that his comments against, City are justified. Because really and truly, that wasn't the best performance against City.
No, that's it, mate. It really is. I mean, in terms of team selection, do you see this game as a chance to try? Well, I say it's a risk in resting the likes of Bruno because he seems to hold us together when we really need it. Would you be thinking of making changes for this game, knowing that we've got another game in a few days' time against Leeds as well? Yeah. Games thick and fast now. This is where I think a lot of teams are going to start dropping points because of the close proximity of the games, and obviously squad depths are big. We've got players, mate, who are coming out saying they want game time who can't even get on our bench. Yeah, is this the time now to start using our squad? Or is it a case of, we know he's going to go out there because we know he needs the win? Is it full strength for you or change it up a little bit?
Personally, I'd say it's like the perfect timing to start utilising the squad because, not to be disrespectful to Sheffield again, but as you can see from their form, it's been terrible. It's just they haven't won anything. So this is the perfect match for us to actually take advantage of the squad that we actually have. But I think for me in particular, I think Rashford and Bruno, they both have to be rested because for Rashford especially, it seems like he's carrying a sort of like an injury or something and he just looks a bit fatigued. And I think this is the perfect time to actually just put them on the bench and have a bit of a rest. And, let's hope even if we do put them on the bench, let's not hope, Oli has to call them in as an emergency backup. But I think definitely it's the perfect time to start resting them. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes, full force and just keeps using the same squad as always. But with Oli, you never really know, to be honest.
No, you don't know, mate. Someone made a comment there. You can't take Ollie's comments serious. He said before the game he was going out to win the game. Obviously, that wasn't the case. It was Daniel there actually says it. He says you can't believe everything Ollie says. Pre-match presser, he said we were going out to win. Clearly not the case. He was happy with the performance at the end on a 0-0 draw in the derby. So take it with a pinch of salt. It is what it is. What Ollie says ultimately, it's how that team go out there and perform, which will say everything for us. But before you shoot off for us, no, mate, thanks for coming on. Give us your score prediction for the Sheffield United game, mate.
I'm going to go, let's just say 2-0 United.
2-0 United. I'll take that right now, mate. Get out of there. 3 points. And let's do it. Thanks for coming on, mate. Really appreciate your time.
Perfect. Thanks.
Cheers, mate. No worries at all, mate. Take care. See you soon. Good luck Thursday. Alright, guys, let's get through a few of your comments there. Yo, Adam, what's happening, bro? Yeah, Snoop, what's going on, mate? Hope you're well. Hope everyone's good. Looking forward to the weekend, hopefully, mate. Next in line, we have... is it Zeeshan? Is that how I'm saying it right, mate? I think it's right. Let's get Zeeshan on and see what he thinks. Let's just unmute you there, mate, as well. Just unmute your mic as well, Zeeshan, mate. There you go. Nice one. How are you doing, pal? Are you okay?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright, mate. Looking forward to this. It's alright, mate. You've got it. Oh, he's gone. First one who's had technical issues. We've been going smooth up until this point. I'm sure Zeeshan will be back in a minute. We'll just give him a minute. 2-1 to Wolves. Nice one. We will take that all day long. Right, Zeeshan's just taking a time out. He's just sorting his technical issues. So, in that case, Ewan, are you ready, my man? If you can hear me, pal. Here he comes. Let's just get him set. This is our youngest caller of the evening. I think he's only 14, Ewan. So let's be patient with him, guys. Let's have nothing untoward in the comment section either. Ewan, how you doing, mate? You okay? Can you hear me, mate?
How are you?
Can you hear me? Alright, mate, alright. Sorry,
Hello.
I think there's a little bit of a delay.
My Wi-Fi's not great.
It's alright,
Yeah.
mate. We all have them technical issues, and so you've seen a few of my videos, mate, where I've been in and out all the time. It's what happens, mate, I'm afraid. You just got to take it as it comes on these calling shows. When you got this many people coming on, anything can happen, mate. But we're rolling the dice anyway. But how are you, pal? Are you okay? Everything alright? Locked down? Where are you actually calling from, mate? Oh, big delay on Ewan. Damn it. Are you still there, Ewan, mate? Or has he froze out? I can't hear him. He's gone.
Hello?
Hello, Ewan, are you there, pal? I'll come back to you in a second, Ewan, mate. Let's just crack on a minute. Right. Let's just see. We've got two people waiting around now. Hopefully Ewan can come back on again in a minute. Technical issues happen to everyone, don't they? That's what it is. That's what it is. Wolves winning 2-1. Ooh, penalty overturned. What's happened there? No pen. What's going on? Don't know. I'm not watching it, people. You have to keep me posted on that one. But it sounds like a decent game anyway. What's everyone's feelings? I've not heard many in the comments going on about how you feel this game is going to go against Sheffield United. Like we said, and everyone's said so far in the comments, 1 point from 12, I think it is. The worst start by any Premier League team in the Premier League era. Are we confident that we're going to go into this game and absolutely smash it, which we should be doing? But you look at every single game this season, who'd have thought Fulham would have done what they did to Liverpool? You know what I mean? Who'd have thought that you're going to get Crystal Palace getting the point against Tottenham? It is what it is at the moment, this league. It's so up and down, and the opportunities come up knocking every single week. It's a case of just sticking in it and keeping the wins coming. You know what? We may not perform brilliantly, but we've just got to stay in the race, you would have thought, hasn't it? It's just a case of get the win, get the 3 points, stay relevant in that league. We move on to another game quickly on to Leeds on Sunday. They're another team out of form, but we all know the rivalry between Leeds and Man United, and that is going to be a tough game because Leeds will be baying for blood. They absolutely buzzing to be back in the Premier League, and all they want is a bite at United. That's all they're coming for, seriously. We know the craziness, and if you know the rivalry between them two clubs, let's just get the win against Sheffield United. Move on to Sunday. Hopefully, like you said, Liverpool playing Spurs. Teams are dropping. I think it's Everton Leicester game coming up as well. You never know. You never know. I think we've got Zeeshan back. Hopefully, let's give him a try again. Zeeshan, are you there, my man?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had some technical difficulties.
Mate, we're all having them, mate, tonight. We're all having them. Happens every single week. Nothing you can do about it. But how's things? Where are you calling from, mate?
I'm calling from Burton. It's near Derby.
I know it. I know where you are, mate. I know where you are. So, I've asked everyone else, mate, so far. It has been a topsy-turvy. People have called it a flip-flop sort of season. So, how would you look at it, mate? Glass half full, glass half empty? On reality, it looks like we're all over the place, but as soon as you look at the league table and the points, you're like, hang on a minute, am I being over the top here? How are you looking at it so far this season?
It's been alright for me. I don't think it's been that bad. Obviously, at the start of the season, it was bad, but if we win our game on Thursday, and obviously we have a game in hand, that puts us just level. Maybe if Liverpool and Tottenham drop points, then that puts them second, doesn't it? So for me, I think it's bad. So.
Crazy, mate, innit? All of a sudden, with a game in hand, but we've got to win our games, mate. Looking ahead to Sheffield United, on paper it looks easy, mate, doesn't it? But you know Wilder, you know United when these games come around. As a United fan over the last few years, are you sort of going into this one thinking, I'm confident-ish, but I know what can happen with this team right now.
I am confident, but you know United, what they do. So I think we'll get the win, but I don't think it'll be easy like we think it will. I think it'll be hard, but we need to get this win because, other teams will keep winning. Whereas if we drop points, we're just going to be left behind. So we need to win this game.
That's it, mate.
And it's also a good game to win as well because Sheffield United 1 point from like 12 games. Not won a single game. Worst start in the league since ages. So you have to win it.
That's it, mate. That's it. I mean, for this game, rotate the squad. Jesse Lingard's been piping up, mate, having his say recently. Is he a player that could give other players a bit of a rest? That's how I see him personally. If he was to come in, it would be just to give someone a rest. Is this the type of game, or is Ollie under that much pressure for you? He has to go strong just to keep the wins coming in and keeping us up there?
I think you could play Lingard this game. I think, it's the right game to play Lingard because obviously Sheffield United bottom of the league. I think this is the game to test out the squad. So like play players you haven't played before. But then obviously when Man United are in town, Sheffield, obviously every team turns into Barcelona. So
exactly, mate. That's it, innit?
Mm.
They definitely, everyone ups the game, don't they?
Yeah.
It is. Alien says it there. This league is turning into an alley fight. It's anyone's league. It really is. It really is. Like I said just before, you didn't expect Fulham to do what they did at weekend to Liverpool. They're looking good. So, you know what? Sheffield United could start playing well at any point, mate. It could even be against us. I mean, ultimately, looking at the team right now, is there anyone apart from Bruno who, for you, has really impressed this season, or looks like he is up for the fight? Because Bruno seems to have dragged us through quite a lot of the mire recently and got us some good wins, single-handedly sometimes as well, you'd have to say. Is there anyone else in that team at the moment who's doing enough for you, or is it a case of just it's Bruno FC right now, he's just pulling us out the crap every single time?
I think it's really just Bruno. I think Cavani in the games he's played, he's done alright, but obviously I'm sure he's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure he's training again. I know Martial's back. Why not try Donny van der Beek, says Nate. Lynette, how you doing, Lynette? Ollie should consider guys like Tuna Sabe and Bailly for these games. I mean, a lot of people would say, they were defensively good against City, mate, but that defence has been a bit of a worry this season. Is there anyone in that squad would you bring in and give a chance ahead of the likes of Maguire and Lindelof especially?
I'll give Tuanzebe a chance because he played in the PSG game and he did really well.
Yeah.
For me, I was saying that keep playing him ahead of Maguire because I don't really rate Maguire. So I think Tuanzebe should let him have a chance. I think Mengi, obviously he hasn't really played a single game yet for this Man United team, so I think this is a good time to test the defense out and put Mengi and Tuanzebe and see how they do, and they could be great defenders and could be better than Maguire and Lindelof.
Yeah, so some would say why not. Yeah, some would say why not, wouldn't they? Quickly before you shoot off, Zeeshan, mate, score prediction for this game. How are you going?
Going 3-1 win to Manchester United.
3-1 win to United. I'll take it. I'll take that right now, mate. Oh, Zeeshan, thanks for coming on, mate. Really appreciate your time, pal.
Right, thank you. All the best.
No problem at all, mate. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon, mate. That's Zeeshan done. Thank you very much, mate. Top chat like everyone else. They've all been brilliant tonight. Before we finish up, we've got Ewan who is back. Hopefully his Wi-Fi has kicked in and he's ready to rock. Let's give him a try again. Ewan, are you there, my man?
I'm here. Cheers.
That's a bit more like it. That's better, mate. Where are you calling from again, Ewan, pal? Where was you based?
It's Leeds.
You in Leeds?
Yeah.
Oh, the nemesis, mate. And they're all coming over in that weekend as well.
Yeah.
I bet you get some stick over there, don't you, mate?
Yeah, I do.
Mate, I know what it's like. I know what it's like with Leeds fans. It's brutal. It's brutal in any other rivalry, I think, for United. It really is.
I agree.
It's totally. It's a different ball game to the likes of Liverpool and City for me as well. It's just the hatred in that rivalry is beyond anything else. But another team not too far away from you there, man, mate, in Sheffield United. Worst start to a season by any team, mate. Are you fearing anything at all looking at this game on Thursday?
Yeah.
Just naturally as a United fan, you're thinking, oh no.
It happens every time, you know. We hit a good run of form, and I'm not too disappointed about the City result, because as long as we sort of do alright against the big teams, then we beat the smaller teams, then I'm alright with that. But you know, just win.
That's it, mate. And it's one of them. There's that ultimate worry in the back of your mind, isn't there, with United when they go to any teams? Like I said before, I was at Watford last Christmas. They hadn't won any games, and then all of a sudden United roll into town and they turn us over like prime Brazil, and we was nothing. Although De Gea had a nightmare in that game. I do remember it well. That was a horrible day, mate. I remember having to drive back from Watford that night as well, and it was just like, I really cannot be arsed with this right now. It's always hard coming back from an away day, but we got to look ahead, mate. And that league table tells us one thing: we're all worried about how we're going to play, but somehow, by hook or by crook, mate, we are up there. Chelsea drawing at the moment with Wolves. If that goes one way, we've got 2 games in that then on Chelsea, if we include the Sheffield United game. And looking at it, mate, a lot of people are going, this is more half full rather than half empty glass in terms of how the season has gone. How are you seeing it so far? Is it a case of let's just get through the Christmas period, then judge it? Or are you optimistic from what you've seen so far, the way the season's going for not just us, but everyone, mate?
Yeah, well, I think the league's a lot more open than last season, obviously, with Van Dijk injured.
True.
And I can't see us winning the league, but I'm thinking, I don't know what to say, honestly.
That's it, mate. Because you can look at it, and it is a lot for a lot of United fans. It's hard to put a finger on it because we don't know what's going to turn up each week, mate. You're dead right, because we could just go and do what we did at Newcastle. We could go and do what we've done in games against PSG and Leipzig, and then we can get what we've had against the likes of West Ham in the first half, the whole game against West Bromwich Albion, the City game even, where it didn't look like we was even attempting to score a goal. I mean, that game especially, mate, you're a hardened United fan yourself in terms of derbies. I know you're only 14, you've probably not seen too many of them, but I'm guessing that's up there, one of the worst that happened that weekend for you.
Yeah, 100%. There was a few moments that I quite liked about it. I saw, Rick Flores, I saw him talking about it. It's quite interesting, but not a great one, was it?
No, mate, it was horrible. I mean, going into it deeper, mate, obviously we've all had our say on what Ollie said after the game. In terms of Ollie, for you, are you looking at it going, look, is anyone else going to change anything right now if we get another manager in? Do we see Ollie out to the end of the season at least? Or do you say, well, we've got the chance now, do we bring someone else in? But kind of answering your own question in a way, because we're right in the mix right now in the league. Is it a case for you to stick by Ollie and see it out to the end of the season?
Yeah, well, I'm not really Ollie in or Ollie out. I'm just in the middle, to be honest. I think I would give him to the end of the season, see what he can do.
Yeah.
But it's so flip-flop at the minute, as someone said earlier, like, you just don't know what to make of it.
That's it. Wolves have scored in stoppage time by all accounts. Wow. Man, we were taking this one, guys, aren't we? Definitely.
Yeah. That just goes to show,
exactly
the season so far.
Like we said then, mate, now that's us 2 games in hand on Chelsea, and I don't even know how many points we're behind them. I think it's only a couple. 2 games in hand on them, and everyone's raving about Lampard this season. All of a sudden, back-to-back defeats by the look of it. Season's turned on its head again, and it's like Mr. Aussie Gator there says Lampard is every bit as bad as Ollie. who is good right now in the league as a manager? That's what you got to look at. I mean,
Exactly.
Wolves have won today, but their previous 2 games they got beat. So, I mean, it is absolutely mental the way this season's going, mate, at the moment. But looking ahead to, obviously, Thursday night, mate, I'm not going to get into Leeds yet. I don't want to tempt fate. We've got the other mob in Sheffield United first. I mean, score predictions for this game, Ewan, how are you looking at it, mate? What do you think?
I can see a bit of a cagey 1-0 win, to be honest with you. I can see a 1-0 or a 2-1 to them, but I think I'm going to go with a 1-0 to United.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I mean, 1-0 take us above Chelsea, I think, if I'm right. So I don't think there's going to be many people too concerned with that. But, I mean, you just take what you can at the moment. Looking at these results, like we said, Fulham, Palace at the weekend, now what Wolves have done, it's crazy. So just get the wins in the bag when you can, by the sounds of it, for United. Just keep it going.
Yeah, it's so annoying that some of the results we've had, like Arsenal, it's so easy to win that game, Crystal Palace.
You can flip side it though, mate, and say we were lucky against Brighton.
Oh yeah.
West Ham, we could have been out of sight as well. So it's sort of levelled itself out for me in a way, because the games that we shouldn't have won, but it's games that we could have easily won that we didn't, and it's a mixture of both, in it really. So you got to look at it that way and go, well, you know what? Everyone is doing exactly the same thing right now. I'm not concerned about Southampton or, let's say, I mean, Leicester probably look, even them though, then throw a result in every now and then, and it's just like no one can be consistent. Yeah. So, I'm not too concerned with it right now, league position-wise. Obviously, performances is my issue, and I've got to be realistic about it. I don't expect this to be an easy game on Thursday. And like you, I'd take any win right now, going off everything else that is happening in the league right now with everyone else. But cheers for coming on, Ewan, mate. Really appreciate your time, pal. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. I know you're always in the comments and the videos, mate. So cheers for keeping tuned in all the time, mate, and giving your support as well, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy. So that's it, guys, in terms of the guests. Let's just round up the video, because that Chelsea game, while it was going on there while we were talking, has just pretty much nailed what's going on this season. And that is, you can look at it as we can win the league this season. And then you look at the performances and go, Adam, you're talking absolute garbage. But coming up to a third of the way through the season now, when do you start taking it serious? When do you start taking things serious in terms of what you can start looking at realistically and how we can finish this season? Because a win against Sheffield United, which we should get, let's be honest, I know there'll be pressure and it will be quite toxic if we do not win against Sheffield United, but a win against Sheffield United, that puts us firmly right in the mix. Chelsea, back-to-back defeats again. You know what I mean? You're looking at Liverpool, when they go away from home, they're poor. They're just really not at it, so they're relying on the home form. If United could just get that league home form right, then, you know what, maybe I'll be a little bit more confident. I still think that this is anyone's league. And when I say that, I mean, this could be United's league season. It really could. Because we're not out of it, and no one looks like they're able to grab the bull by the horns and go for it this season. No one's running away with it. This time last year, Liverpool and City were pretty much striding away straight away. It's not happening now. City are still below us 12 games into the season. That tells you everything. And after watching City at weekend, you know what? I don't think City... I think we've got as much a chance of winning the league as City have. And if people have got City as favourites to win the league, then you have to involve United in that, because the way it's going, I mean, we have been lucky, like I just said, in a few games. The few games we should have won, we didn't, but it balanced out because the games we did win, a couple of them we really shouldn't have won, should we? But I'm looking at it going, it's up for grabs for anyone. Sheffield United, game by game, let's just take it as that. We got to get through Sheffield United first, and then we can look at it and go, okay, into Leeds this weekend. Tough one at home for us, but Bielsa plays one way, and if you can't get a team ready for that, then, you know, there's no hope for you. There really isn't, because you know what's coming with Bielsa. He pretty much states his team days before. He plays one style of football. I think this is why he's ultimately been good, and he's good in a lot of people's eyes, but has always failed at the major hurdle. So you got to go and say, this weekend, Leeds, you've got to be confident, surely, because Sheffield United and Leeds are two of the worst teams in the league form-wise at the moment. So United should be looking at this week now and going 6 points. That's how I think we should be looking at it. 6 points, let's see what the league table looks like after that. Because then we're into the Carabao Cup against Everton. A chance for a trophy, which a lot of people, me, myself, has said has to happen this season as well for Ole. Just to show that we are progressing and improving season on season. So, big chance. Big chance. We know we pretty much can compete with anyone, with any team. I'd say any team in the world at the moment, barring Bayern Munich, I think, on our day, which we can do. We're a threat against anyone. Our issue is consistency. It really is. Yeah, we had 4 wins in a row. Some were lucky, some were okay. Draw against City. We beat Sheffield United. We beat Leeds United this week. Then you have to go, right, okay, let's start looking at it a bit more seriously now, because you can't ignore the league table. The league table is the be-all and end-all. That says everything you need to know. Luck you can bring into it at times, but you can't be lucky a whole season. So I would say over a third of the way through the season, after the Leeds game, if you're in and about that top part of the table, then you've got to take it seriously. And that's ultimately how I'm looking at it. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for all the guests coming on. It was brilliant. We had the odd little technical issue, but I'm wanting to do this more and more again. Don't forget, guys, when this video drops onto YouTube, get your comments below. Let me know who you think the best caller was, and that will be the prize winner for this show, and they will be able to pick from the Madrid United store for something that they want. That's it, guys. We're done and we're dusted. Don't forget, drop down into the description all the info you need for the One Football app, and the new prize this week from Football Prizes is in there now. It is a signed, framed montage of Sir Alex Ferguson. It is an unbelievable prize. There's only 66 tickets available for this. If you buy a few using my discount code MADRED10, then you've got a great chance of winning this, and what a Christmas present that would be. The link for that with everything else is in the description below, guys. Check them out. Don't forget to use the promo code MADRED10. Get your discount, buy a few tickets. It is a great picture, and you will see it there as soon as you click on the link. But for now, that is it. Guys, I will be back Thursday night. We get to test out Amazon, because we're on bleeding Amazon. Gonna have to get a little subscription going for that, just to watch the game against Sheffield United. Thought it was supposed to be free to air. Now we're having to look at another subscription, as if BT and Sky weren't enough. My God. Anyway, people, that's it for tonight. Looking ahead to Sheffield United. Must win for United. Will win for me. I think my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for United. I'm going with that. That's how I see it going down. Hopefully it does go down that way, because if it does, we're right in it. And then we look ahead to Leeds, and then the Carabao Cup against Everton. Busy time. This is when this squad is needed, and hopefully he uses it right. Like, share, subscribe if you are watching for the first time, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for staying with all the callers. Comments have been brilliant tonight. Let's do it, guys. Sheffield United, here we come. Another nerve-wracking watch, but we can get the win. We can get the win. Take it easy.